We're live officially.
For sure.
All right. Let me. If you go on, I mean, I don't know if your homie can do it. You can go on Facebook. The link's up now. You can see it.
Sure.
If you go to my
Yeah, you
Facebook.
put that. Well, oh, fuck. You said like share? Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Yo. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh, that's why. Okay. All right. I thought we were having feedback, but I have my YouTube. I was watching it. All right.
That's what it sounds. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
We're live, motherfuckers. We're live, bro. It's been a fucking minute, bro. People's already tuning in. All right, I see y'all.
Come on.
Let's get the lights going as y'all are tuning in. As everybody's coming in, please hit the like button. This is a very important interview, bro. We got Castro Escobar. The man is been making some noise, bro. I believe he is on Instagram, bro. He's at 173,000 views on his letter to my pops, bro, and then more than 60,000. I think almost 60,000 on YouTube. The man has dropped some heat, and he's he's back in circulation, bro. Castro Escobar, he's not giving up, bro. He's gonna keep on going, man. We had that part one, bro. That part one was fire.
Yeah.
And now we're here for part two. I remember you were, man. We're gonna talk about that. Can you see the comments, way?
Nah.
I'm gonna show them right there, so you can see every comment. I'll show it up there. Okay.
That's a bet.
Anyways, but the part one was very successful interview. It was a great interview, and I remember after the interview you were pumped up with the interview, like you wanted to do it again, like I was fucking like hell yeah, I want to do it again too, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, let's do it. So that's why we're here right now. We're here with the part two, and Castro, you've been working, bro. You've been doing some things, things been happening and shit. And first I want to ask you first before we start, I need everybody tuning in right now. We got people on YouTube and Facebook. I need y'all to hit the like button, and I need y'all to hit the share button. Okay, guys? Do that for me right now.
Yes, sir.
Hold on real quick. Damn, man. Shit's stupid.
Are you on YouTube or on Facebook?
Yo.
Go to the YouTube one. Go to my Instagram. Click the link on the YouTube one.
Shout out to Clarissa Torcios.
Right? Yeah, that way I can see the ones on Instagram. Just go to my story.
It's been a minute, huh, Clarissa? She's like fucking my number one YouTube fan. I swear to God, she's on all my lives. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Share the live, please, if you can. We got Castro Escobar here, man.
Right.
Texas royalty in the building. All right, share the live. Let's go, man. All right, so guys, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. I've been gone for months, bro. And I just want to tell everybody real quick, before I get into this interview, that I've been working a lot. So I've had a career change. I quit my business, guys. I quit my painting business. I've been doing it ever since I had my first kid, bro. So I've went to oil field related. I had to do it. I'm in West Texas, way. What the fuck else am I going to do? You know what I mean? So that's what I've been doing. I've been busy, bro, working out there and shit. And but we're gonna get back into it. I got interviews lined up, bro. I got food reviews that are being edited as we speak. I got like some dope podcasts, because people get it confused. Podcasts and interviews are a different thing. You know what I mean? So we're podcasting and interviewing. So I got some podcasts coming up too. So I'm actually editing one right now too. So we're getting back into the swing of things. And what better way to start this off, than having an interview with Castro Escobar, bro? How you doing, brother?
I'm cool, man. We out here. We blessed. I'm right here with my boy Wyo Bless. Speaking of blessed, Freeport's very own. You know what I'm saying? We out here chilling. But yeah, man, we just been getting busy, getting active. Last time that you interviewed me, I told you I was getting busy. I told you that I was gonna do the damn thing, and
you did say that.
And I mean, I'm a man of my word. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, things been looking great. A couple of unfortunate events. couple of life changing events that have been happening. But I mean, hey, if I woke up today and I'm still breathing, it's for a reason, man.
Mm. Bro, you have a hell of a story, bro. You really do. And we touched on that story on in part one. So I suggest everybody go to part one after this interview. Though, go to YouTube and check out part one. It was a dope interview. I wanted to tell you real quick. There's people after your letter to my pops on Instagram. There's people commenting on because I clipped it up on YouTube. También I put it on Shorts and I put the full interview out. There's people from California commenting on it, saying that you got new fans in California.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that.
That's
That's dope.
crazy. That's
That's dope.
crazy.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, man. Because I remember at one point, after I had came back from California, and I was just kind of like, I kind of wanted to quit the music. I was like, man, I probably never seen nothing like this again. I probably, but then again, how could I see it again if I wasn't even making music anymore? You know what I'm saying? So all it took was for me to get back into it, to get into it, for me to see it again. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's dope. And you know what's dope about letter? I want to talk about letter to my pops. Okay, I want to get into depth about that. Before we get into that, what's dope about it is that it's your pure raw talent that's getting you out there. It's no cosign. It's nothing like that. This is I told you this in part one. You're a very talented individual, bro. And now your talent it's speaking for itself. Like it's pure talent, no cosign. How does that feel?
Man, it feels dope because even like like my closest, my people that I consider like family, like for example, Wyo right here. Wyo's always told me, of course my woman, you know what I'm saying, my girl, my close friends, my some of my family members, and I just wouldn't see it. I would always think like, oh, I need to be under a label, or I need to do this, or I need to be co-signed, this and that, and I just never really. Pretty much the people around me believe me more than I did, believed in me more than I did. And it's crazy because it's happening off of the purest form of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Because me, whenever I vent, I don't do this, and I've said this plenty of times, and it sounds selfish, but I don't do this shit for nobody. I do this shit for myself. So for it to be helping thousands and thousands of people, and them saying in the comments, like, yo, this shit made me cry. Or yo, like this shit made me understand why my dad was like this. Yo, I'm gonna call my dad right after this because this and that. Shit, man, that shit feels amazing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really just trying to vent, and me venting on a beat for 2 minutes has been helping countless of people, countless of Mexicans or Hispanics like myself, and not just Hispanics, a lot of people in general, but for the most part, it's you know what I'm saying, it comes from a Mexican household, the things that I was talking about.
Facts, bro. Bringing your real life into this shit, bro. Um, how's the family right now, bro? At this point right now in your life, I saw a post that you made a while back and said life is life, and right now everything's good. Family good.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
yeah, I mean, as far as like my family, my little family, we're great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've learned how to take a punch already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned how to, whenever bad things happen, I learned how to take it to the chin. You know what I'm saying? Because there's been situations where I've been hit by life, and I just like sit there and lay down. And I can't do that no more. I have my little family, and we've been good. We've been great. My friends, my family, my loved ones around me, like everybody's very supportive. Everybody sees the vision. Everybody sees what I see. So, man, I'm blessed to still be here, to still be able to do this. You know what I mean?
Man, cheers to that, man. Cheers
Yeah,
to that.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Part one, we talked about your mom, and then since then your father has passed, right?
Yeah, he passed away June 1st. June 1st. So like 3 months ago. Cause we're on today's the ninth or something like that.
Yeah, today's the 10th.
Okay. Yeah. So 3 months ago, man, yeah, my father passed, man. It was a very surprising, very unfortunate thing that happened to me and my brothers, because we had already lost our mom. So to lose him so soon too, that was kind of it was man, it's hard, but I mean, I felt like I went through it one time with my mom's, and I was really close with my mom, and I'm not gonna make that same mistake again. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, my pops was strong. He was a macho. You know what I'm saying? He was like a so. I know that he wouldn't want me to be over here how I was, like the same way how it was with my mom when my mom passed. You know what I'm saying? And his passing also kind of opened my eyes and as it sounds messed up. And I was because I told Wild about this too, and the people that I've talked to about it is that it's so strange to say, and it's gonna sound messed up. So please don't take it this way. But I feel like when my dad passed, I found peace. I felt peace, and I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. When my mother passed, as when my mom passed, my father was very he was suffering, man. He was suffering a lot. He would always drink, but he was drinking. Like he wouldn't take care of himself. He wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just going through it. Um, and fast forward, whatever, he got sick. He never took care of himself. He never cared. He was always like, man, I'm ready, I'm ready. And when he passed, of course, I felt sad, but I felt like he wasn't suffering anymore. And also, I felt like my mom wasn't alone anymore. And the thing that makes me the happiest is that, because I don't know if you know, I'm sure you know, but over there in Rio Bravo, or in Mexico, I mean,
Yeah,
you
for
can
the
get
people
married.
I'm sorry. For the people who don't know, your dad was living in Mexico.
No, my dad was living here.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. My
No,
bad.
we buried him in Mexico.
Oh, okay. I kind of saw last time you told me you lived. My bad. I got something
No,
confused. Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. We buried my mom was living over here too, but she was living in Mexico whenever she was doing her chemotherapy. And then when she passed away, well, of course, she got buried over there. And
Got
then
you.
my dad, he was over here. He was in Galveston for the longest, until he just, he couldn't do it no more, and he passed. And then we crossed him over to Mexico so he could be. He got buried with my mom in the same tomb. So
Oh,
they put,
really?
yeah. You can't do that over here in the U.S., but you could see now. I can see myself.
I just figured it out. I just saw the part.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I can't see myself, man. What the fuck?
I was trying to remember how did that we have. I just saw the setting. My bad. Okay, continue. We're good
Nah,
now.
but so yeah, it just gave me peace that they were buried in the same tomb. You know what I'm saying? Of course, not in the same casket. You know what I mean? But like in the same, like
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, um, in the same tomb. And my cousins and my family, from his side, they told me a lot of things that he wasn't able to tell me, and I guess it's just because he couldn't express his feelings. And they would tell me like, I just want to let you know your dad talked a lot about you. And I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. My dad ain't even that type of person. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, he would just talk about how much he loves and he cares about you, and he wished that he could show you that, but he says that he just can't. He wishes that he could sit here and hug you, or sit here and give you a kiss and tell you, oh, Mijo, like I love you so much. But he says that he's tried, but that he can't. That he just can't do it. And I'm just like, man, it's crazy to know that now. That he passed, because at first I was kind of mad, and I was like, man, why the fuck, like why this nigga didn't just tell me that shit in person? But then I was like, you know what? I'm fortunate enough to know that he, where his heart was at, and it gave me peace, man. It gave me peace, and the reason really why I was going, like, I started going hard after my dad passed, because he's the one who showed me that. He told me not to quit the music. And then he said, at the end of the day, nobody cares about your problems. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your family. So, hey, it's crazy because like my dad passed, and like a month later, that's when we did the bimbo and all of that. Like a month later, she just started, you know, like a domino effect. Drop that one, drop another one, drop another one. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I dropped my tape like 2 weeks after he passed, and it's just been going up ever since. And it's crazy how Letter to My Pops has been the biggest one. I haven't even showed him all of them, you know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest one so far. So,
Talking about Letter to My Pops, bro. The shit went crazy, bro.
yeah.
It went crazy. 173,000 views right now on Instagram.
And that's just on one video. That's just on one of
Yeah.
them. On
And
TikTok, have you seen it on TikTok?
I haven't seen the TikTok. How much?
Man, I don't even know. I just know it's a lot.
But
It's
the
too
thing,
much.
the fact that you reached over 50,000 on YouTube. Now, YouTube is the hard place to get views.
Remember I told you that? That's what I've been telling people.
Yeah,
It says
you.
70.
That's
What is
where
it?
it's at.
72? 72, 73, some shit like that. It says 73.
See, Instagram, like their algorithms were weird. Like you'll have like fucking 100,000 views, but like 150 likes and shit.
Yeah.
But just the views alone, it's easy to get them in. I mean, it's not easy for everybody, but it is kind of easier than YouTube. YouTube, bro, to get 50,000 views, that's like that's a little harder.
Because I feel like they search you up. They have to search you up on YouTube.
Yeah.
You don't just come across it. Maybe sometimes on like suggested videos.
Yeah.
Or of course if you're doing a campaign and shit like that. But other than that, it's organic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what I've loved about it. And I've been telling my boy right here, you know, I shouldn't say it because we're giving out the formula, so we're not gonna do that right now. You know what I'm saying? But we kind of got this little thing going on to where we kind of we're getting that. Like we kind of have an understanding of what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so who is Wayo?
Wayo.
I'm sorry, Wayo.
Wayo Bless. This is my boy. It's my brother. He's from out here. He does music too, you know. But he's been very supportive in my career. He's been very supportive in my, you know. He's always helped me out, you know, since I met him and everything. Not just in my career, but like in my life, you know, in my everyday life. You know, sometimes it's nigga just pull up at the crib. Hey, you good, bro? Let's go get some food, bro. Like, you know, and then
that's a real homie right there.
Hell yeah, it's my brother for sure.
That's a real. And do you have anything to say about Castro? If there's one thing you can say about Castro, what is it?
This nigga drinks a lot.
Nah, shit. Nah, fuck with him. You know what I mean? He cool.
Cool peace.
That's just the whole. That's just, how old are you? Wait, he said, "I fuck with him. He cool."
Hey, one thing about Wayo, man. Wayo's just chilling, bro. Like Wayo's just.
Yeah.
Why just be in the background like this, man? Like, what was
I got a homie just like him, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He just be chilling. We went to I performed in Houston like what was it, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, right now. And we was all after I got through done, we was all taking shots, this and that. We were playing pool, we was acting the fool, we was jamming, blah, blah, blah. My girl was out there, you know what I'm saying? My homie was out there, everybody, we was all out there.
Yeah.
Those people that we had to look at because I know that they didn't like me. Like it was all types of shit. And I just looked to my left and I was in one of those big ass chairs and he's just like you were drinking the water or some shit? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, man, this man looks like he's on a annex or something, but he's just chilling, man.
He's trying to stay, you know what I mean, focused and shit. That's what he's on, you know what I mean?
Chilling, man.
You have to have one homie out of the homies got to have one focus and shit, you know what I mean? Sober.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I'm like, man, what you doing? He's like, just observing, man. Chilling. We over there taking shots, eating tacos, falling and shit. Like, this man just chilling. And so then he's like, all right, man, I got to get out of here. I'm like,
shout out to El Paso Fools in the building, Texas and Infamous Mexicans. Castro been going hard. Can't wait to see him go up for real. Hell yeah.
Oh, we getting that?
Hell yeah, that's the one who runs El Paso Fools page.
Yeah, the El Paso Fools, they show me a lot of love, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah, man. The page is going up, bro. No, they got a bunch of followers and shit, man. Shout out to Sincerely Scheme. He says every crew need that nonchalant homie. Yeah, facts, bro.
Shout out my boy Scheme. That boy been showing me love forever, man. That boy been showing me love forever.
That's dope, man. Fuck him.
Shout out to him. I fuck with him. Hey, we're gonna get a track together too. So y'all make sure we got one on the work. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that. Shout out my boy Scheme.
Let's go. So letter to my pops. You said you put a preview out, I think about 2 weeks ago. And like a month ago, I think August 19th, if I can remember. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. But you put a preview and you said that since you wrote this song, you haven't really listened to it fully because it's hard to listen to.
Yeah.
How hard was it to write the song?
Man, when I wrote this song maybe about a year ago. And I had been thinking about this song for a long time, but I never wrote it. And the reason why, and that's the same reason why I never made a song for my mom, because I couldn't get through with it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I don't want to make a song for my mom. It's just,
it's hard, bro.
Man, when I made this song for my dad, I just, every time I would get closer to the end, and I remember I mentioned this to you know, Wild and all my, you know, my girl and everybody. Like, I remember just tearing up, man, and then just like letting it go. And then I was like, man, I can't do this shit. Like, hell no. But then I was like, you know what? Like, my dad, it's just, well, let me say this first so I can say what I need to say about it. I kind of wanted my dad to hear it, because my dad didn't know English 100%, but I know that he could understand it. And I know that if he was here right now and he see these numbers and my whole all of my family, were to listen to it or this and that, anybody would translate that song for him. And I know that would have like hit him just like it's hitting everybody else, And that wasn't my goal to be like, oh, look, it wasn't that. It's just pretty much to just let him know that I understand. Now I understand. Now that I have my family, you know what I'm saying? Now that now that I have my own house, I get it, Dad. Now I get it. I get why you was, why you would drink or you would, get into certain mood, this and that. Now it's my turn to do it better. Of course, yeah, definitely, obviously, I got some of your habits right here, while I'm doing this interview, but I'm not, I learned how to be better than that, at least in some ways. You know what I'm saying? So that song was really just to show him that I understand. And I didn't get to show it to him. I didn't get to show it to him because the song was finalized on May 25th. That's when I finished my mixtape. And 7 days later, he passed. So, yeah, that shit fucked me up because I never got to tell him, I never got to really tell him yo, even though we're different, I get it, Dad, we always used to fight, we always used to argue, and I didn't get to tell him, And the crazier part about it is that this is what I was telling all of my people too, whenever I was ready to quit music after I got shot and I got sober for a year to change, I went to the house one time, to my dad's house one time, and he told me, something about the music, and I was like, no, I'm not doing music no more, I'm done. It was maybe 2 years after I had came back from LA, and he was like, what you mean? Como que ya no, que estoy aquí, and I'm like, no, pues ya no, I'm done. I don't want, I feel that shit just brought problems into my life. I don't want that shit. I just want the average life. And you know what this man told me, man? Wow. This man said, if you start making music, that's the most selfish thing that you'll ever do. And I said, what the fuck? What you mean? And he was like, if you start making music, you stop spreading your word. He said, you think I don't see the comments that you get on your shit? You think that I don't see the views, or not the views, the comments, the shit that people leave on your pictures, the shit that about how you help them, about how your music helps them cope, about how this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, this man pays attention to it. And then after that, it was just it's crazy how the song about him is what really, what he told me, when he said, don't quit your, if you quit your music, you're gonna be selfish because you help a lot of people with your music. And it's crazy how this song about him is helping and reaching out to so many fucking people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's crazy. You know what I mean? It's wild how life be working sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
It really does. And I know you said that your dad never told you with the words, but I think when you look back, I think you can see how much he really loved. You know what I mean? By his actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? Really, bro. You're one tough motherfucker, bro. You're really young still, and you don't have both of your parents. For you to keep on going with the smile, bro, and your work ethic, it's amazing, bro. It's a survival story. It really is, bro. You have a very interesting story, and I'm glad you're sharing that with me and my people. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, man.
For real, man.
Yeah.
So you got a song with Drody coming through, bro.
Boy, Drody.
Bro.
Straight from Freeport.
Yeah, you just shared a picture, right? It hasn't dropped yet, right?
No, I just showed a little clip.
Yeah.
Well, the song is out, but the video ain't out yet. But you got to get the video out for them to hear the song. Shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's when the video comes through. How was it working with the Drody?
Shit, Drody doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
He just had that song drop, that video with Paul Wall and that Mexican OT. The shit was fire, bro.
Yeah, I think that day whenever he was out there with us, he did a clip of it, right? He recorded a piece of the video out there too. Whenever we did that, but yeah, man, it's dope. I kind of I mean, if I'm being honest, the reason that I picked him for that song was because at first I had the song, but I had a different beat, and I had somebody else in mind. But then the beat was already sold. That person was just kind of like, that person was trying to charge me for the verse, which didn't make sense to me because But shout out them.
Why didn't it make sense? Why did it make sense?
Huh?
Why didn't it make sense?
Because I don't think he should have charged me. That was crazy to me, to be honest. Because it's because I don't think he realized. I don't want to say it like that because I'm not cocky. I'm not conceited or anything. But I just think that he thought that somebody random messaged him and asked him for a song. If I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But shout out to them. Anyways, so then I ended up linking up my boy Baker Young. He had a beat and I heard it. And I was like, man, this shit goes perfect. So I kind of plugged in the lyrics to the beat, and then I was like, I ate breakfast in Texas, and I ate lunch in New York because it's factual. Like I ate breakfast here, I flew out to New York, and I ate lunch in New York.
But this boy flexing and shit.
And then no, it's not even. I was just taking a flight. I made the song. I was being serious, but then the first thing that I thought after I changed the beat and that dude was on some bullshit, I was like, because I think I had just seen a video of Jody on Instagram, and that man says he loves them chopped cheese. I love the chopped cheese, like the chopped cheese from New York. Like I love them motherfuckers.
Bro, I want to. I make them here at the house because I've seen them on, but I've never been in New York, so I want to try one so bad, bro.
You know what it tastes like? We want to know for real exactly what it tastes like. This is the first thing that I said, and I have it on video too. It tastes like a ghetto torta from the city. Like an American ghetto torta, if you can imagine that. It tastes like a torta, but it's like a ghetto from the street in New York. Torta.
Okay, yeah.
It's fucking. You can make it however you want to make it. You can tell them like add jalapenos, put mustard, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I usually just get mine with lettuce, cheese, no tomatoes, add jalapenos and mayonnaise, and of course.
You don't do tomato?
Nah, I don't like tomato.
I think the authentic chopped cheese is lettuce, tomato, the meat, and the cheese.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I put ketchup and mayonnaise with jalapenos.
Man, that sounds fire, bro.
But anyways, so I just thought about it, and I was like, man, this man always be talking about them chopped cheeses. I was like, man, let me put him in this one. And then shit, he went in there, he did his thing. As soon as I sent it to him, he fucking, not even a day or two, he fucking. What was it? Yeah, a couple days, right?
Yeah.
A couple days he sent it back. I was like, man, hell yeah, that shit perfect. And then I told him and it's crazy because he told me right before I was gonna hit him up and be like, yo, I'm gonna be doing these mic drops. He hit me up out of nowhere. Like I swear I was gonna hit him up probably that same day. He was like, yo, we need to get a video for that song soon, bro, because that bitch is hard. Like people telling me that bitch is live as fuck, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking in my head, like, damn, like I was about to hit you up and tell you. So shit, whenever he was down here again, we went ahead and did it. So yeah, he's dope, man. He's chill, bro. That motherfucker goofy. He funny as hell. Motherfucker funny, bro.
Jody is?
Hell yeah, he's fucking. When he be laughing and shit, bro. Like he's the type of person that you know. He's the type of person that's not funny. It's just how he says this shit that is funny. Or when he laughs, it just makes you laugh because of how he laughs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's always just standing there like with his fucking shades, fucking smoking all the time, and then he just says some shit. He's just a funny dude, bro. He's a cool dude though, man. Shout out him.
Hey, will you ever have a project with them asking OT?
Man, we're gonna have to wait for that. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna see what happens in the future. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we already have one. Maybe we already have two.
Yeah,
I mean,
have y'all been in the studio together except for when you knew when you was little?
Maybe. Hopefully one day.
Bro, that shit would go fucking wild as fuck, man. That shit would go crazy. I know you got something in the chamber. It got to exist. At least the conversation does.
There's plenty. We got plenty of it.
Okay, speaking of that Mexican OT, it's time to turn it up a notch, bro. Let's get these topics, all right? Let's get these topics. People, I need y'all to comment below. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna clip all this shit out, right? So it's gonna be out on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. We're gonna clip it out, but I need y'all to like this video right now. Comment below and let me know what your thoughts. If you have any questions for Castro, let me know. But I did a video way back, a while back. That Mexican OT, the whole incident about how he was defending himself using the N word, and that Mexican OT, um, he was on Angela Yee lip service, which is a big deal, bro. It's a syndicated radio show. Syndicated, bro. It's a big deal. It's Angela Yee. She was from the Breakfast Club, right? It's a big deal.
Mhm.
And the shit went viral, bro. It went viral. And he said, if somebody gets a problem with him saying the N-word, what are you gonna do about it? Okay. So I saw your video, Castro. I saw your video on Instagram.
Mhm.
And I agree with the most part for the most part. And here in a minute, I'm gonna tell you what I didn't agree with, okay? But because you had a good story. And when I made the video, I said, because me, I don't use the word. First, I want to say I don't use the word, all right?
Right.
And I have a lot of black homies in Midland, Texas. I grew up on the west side of Midland, Texas, and it's like kind of like it's pretty diverse. Lots of black people, lots of Mexican people, and some white people, maybe some here and there sprinkled. but I never used the word myself. But I had homies who did. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I've always said if you grew up around that, if that's your people, and they get and that's how you grew up, yeah, then yeah, that's cool. You know what I mean? But what I say is that if you're in a different neighborhood or a different city or state, and only if a black person, African American person, has a problem with you saying the N word, then what are you gonna do? What happened? Oh, he blacked out. I think he maybe got a phone call, guys. He probably got a phone call. It happens when you get like a phone call. I'm waiting for him to come back. He probably got a phone call or something. That happens all the time. Shout out to everybody watching. Please hit the like button. Please hit the share button. All that good stuff. There he is. Did you get a phone
my
call?
bad, man. I got my shit on Do Not Disturb, and they still call it. My bad. You were saying
It
you can
happens
clip
when a
this though,
phone call
right?
comes. Huh?
I said you could clip it though, right? For the.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad, bro.
Yeah. So yeah.
What you were saying?
So what do you? Because I heard you. I saw your video. First answer my question after you explain why. I mean, for the people who didn't see your video, because it was a very good video you made. You made a very good point.
Right.
Because it's you grew up in Atlanta, and you grew up talking that way, right?
Right.
And you said that really only people that were against you saying that word were other Mexican Americans.
Yeah.
You never had a problem with. So explain why you think, like it's okay for you to use the N word.
I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not trying to sit here, and that's what I said at the end of the video. I'm not trying to sit here and fight to say this word. I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not trying to argue with nobody about saying this word. This word is just in my vocabulary. I've never said it in any kind of way. And then
Damn, they keep calling him. Fuck. God damn it. This one is getting good, guys. Keep on liking, keep on sharing, guys. I need everybody to share this ASAP. He'll be back on just a second. He'll be back on in just a second, guys. Give him 1 second, man. I'm gonna tag a whole bunch of people. There he is, right there. There you go. Keep on getting phone calls or what?
all right, let me just. I can answer. I can answer. My bad.
Go answer. Go.
All right, cool. So, like I was saying right now, I'm not fighting to say the word. I'm not trying to argue with nobody about saying that word. That word is just in my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just give you like a quick little, because I did pretty much say this in the video, right?
Yes.
I grew up. Whenever I first crossed over here, me and my mom and my dad, we were over there on the west side of Atlanta, Marietta, Georgia, on the outskirts. It was nothing but black people. I'm gonna just be more, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just be more straight up over here rather than trying to explain all this shit. Number of black people, but when I went to kindergarten, I didn't know a bitch ass thing about no English. All I knew was Spanish. Spanish is my first language. So when I went in there, I had to learn. And these motherfuckers were talking crazy in the fucking in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, of course, yeah, I learned how to speak the language, this and that. But then as the kids is talking, man, like get a 5-year-old kid, man, from Texas, a 5-year-old little white boy from Texas, from the country. Get him right now. Put him in New York in kindergarten. Him starting school. I bet you he ain't gonna talk like nobody down here. I bet you he's not. He's gonna talk like all them motherfuckers out there in New York. Get a little black kid, bro. We ain't even gotta go that far. What's his name? Drex the Joint. Yeah. Drex the Joint. That black dude. That's Mexican. How does he talk? California. That nigga talks like he's a Mexican cholo, bro. That he talks like he's a Mexican cholo. So it's like, now I'm not saying that I grew up in Atlanta over there in Marietta. Fuck yeah, bro. It was nothing but black people. You know what I'm saying? Most of the school was black people. You can count how many white people there was in there. It was 70% black, maybe 20% Mexican or Hispanic, and 10% was white. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't nothing but them fucking what do you call those classes for the smart people? Fucking the smart classes.
Honor roll, like honor roll.
Yeah, all of them shits was full of them white folks. You know what I'm saying? You had one here and there that wasn't in there, but that's what I'm saying. So then when I came down here, of course it was a bit different, but it's still the South. You know what I'm saying? And that's just, I mean, it's just always been in my vocabulary, bro. Now I've never had an issue with anybody saying, "Hey, this and that," blah, blah, blah. Never. I can tell you one time, whenever I used to work in the refineries, there was this old school dude named Randy. Shout out him because I love, that's my dog. He's probably like 20, 30 years older than me. Mississippi. He's from Mississippi. He moved down here when Hurricane Katrina came over there, went through over there and made a mess. So he's been down here ever since. And I remember, I think I was like 19 or 20. We were in a work truck, and I was talking to my other partner. He's from Bay City, which is like right next door. And his name is Sean. He's a black dude too. We were talking. I think we were talking about something about Meek Mill, some shit like that. Yeah, he like Meek Mill and this and that. And I like Kendrick. And I was like, nigga, that shit ain't even blah, 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 blah. And I remember he looked back. He's like, hey. I was like, what's up, old school? He's like, you just be saying that word? I'm like, what you mean? I mean, I've always said it. And then he's just like, and then he's just laughing. That's the only fucking time in my life, you know what I'm saying, from old school Rip, Mississippi, never. Other than that, I've never. And it's crazy because it's nothing but Mexicans saying that shit. I've seen about 1 or 2 black people that said it, and it's cool. Like, to them, I'm not gonna argue with nobody. If I'm in a room full of people that they're like, "Hey man, watch yourself," I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it out of respect. I'm not gonna do that.
That's what I was gonna ask you. If there's a black person that, like, let's say that you're like out of your comfort, I'm like not in the comfort zone, but you're not what your people. Mm-hmm. You're in a different setting with different people who don't know you, and you do use the word, and they take offense to it. How are you reacting to that?
Well, yeah, I mean, if somebody says, now it also depends on how they tell me, because at the end of the day, I'm a man. I stand for what I believe in. You know, at the end of the day, I'll go to jail for it. I'll die for it. I am who I am. I will always. That's the only thing that I could do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if somebody tells me in a respectful way, thank you. In a respectful way, hey man, watch him out, bro. Like, you ain't even gotta ask me. You're gonna be like, hey man, can you watch him out? No. Hey bro, chill out with that word, man. I'm gonna look at him. All right, cool, boom. Enough said. I'm gonna watch my mouth. That's it.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I can do. Now somebody's like, hey nigga, this whoop-de-whoop, blah, blah, blah. Man, what's up, bro? Because you can simply tell me, you don't have to come up to me that way. And that's it. I mean, everybody knows that about me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to respect anyone and anything. I'm nothing but I can't be nothing else than myself. And that's forever. That's till I'm gone, till I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't like something that I'm doing, you can let me know, and I'll respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
You know what's crazy is that a lot of like because I've covered this, right. I've made a couple videos, and a lot of in Texas especially, a lot of black people, they actually defend Mexicans who use the word a lot, like more than the ones who don't. You know what I mean? It is mostly a lot of I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of Mexicans, bro, but it's a lot of Mexicans from the West Coast, from California.
I mean, I've never seen no comment on the Money Side Sway's videos, rest in peace, of him saying that word. I've never seen no comments under Peso's videos saying that he's using the N word, and he's going crazy. I mean, wasn't he on the Kendrick album saying? Didn't he say the N word in Kendrick's album? I think he did, right? Treat these niggas like treat the niggas like something. Yeah, I think he did. You know what I'm saying? I might be wrong though, but it's like, if that's their culture, you should be saying that shit to them. I'm not saying like, but I'm just saying like, for example, like, because I get a lot of things, I get a lot of comments, or I get like a lot of messages and shit saying, "Oh, we can't bump you in California." I'm like, that's cat, because some of the best artists from California say it. Now, I'm not sitting here and bashing them for saying it. I'm just saying like, oh, like, I'm from the South, man. I'm from a particular place. You know what I'm saying? Like, now they're dope as fuck. Like, I listen to them, I jam them all the time. I fuck with them. I you know what I'm saying? I admire what they got going on. But it's like, I'm not from over there. And still the people from over there still use it. I mean, what is it? Stupid Young, that Asian nigga? Like, he fucking says it like crazy too. Like, so it's just kind of confusing to me, you know. In New York, Fat Joe, bro. Fat Joe is not black. He's Puerto Rican. Fat Joe's been saying that word since he was fucking really fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just.
I
feel
think
like it's where you grow up.
it's more of the outside people looking in who have something negative to say about that. See me, like, I've never I think like I said, if that's how you grew up, that's your people's, and that's how you ride, you know what I mean? Then yeah, it's I think there's nothing wrong with it. It's cool. That's you. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I'm not gonna say it. You know what I mean? Out of respect, out of the African Americans in general. You know, like in the world and shit. You know what I mean?
And I respect that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect what you do too. You know what I'm saying? But then again, to each his own. You feel me? Like, because I had somebody tell me. I remember, because I read in this comments, and somebody say, one of the comments was like, only because that's how you grew up doesn't mean that you can't change. And I'm like, I can see that. I can see what that person was saying. And then another person was like, that's false. I grew up in an alcoholic household and I don't drink. And I was like, well, I did drink, nigga. Like, I'm drinking right now. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has their choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, I'm not fighting to say this word. I maybe will stop someday. But right now, I'm being myself. Don't tell me about that I can or can't, or you're not real Mexican, or I'm trying to be black. Porque al fin del día, yo soy más mexicano que 100%, 90% of these motherfuckers. Desde Río Bravo, me crucé para acá la verga. Desde chiquito, aquí estoy. This was my first language. You know what I'm saying? So can't nobody tell me that I'm trying to be nothing else. I'm the one that stands up for most of the fucking Mexicans more than anybody else in this bitch. And that's just being real. I'm not talking shit. I'm just being very honest. I mean, shit, the last song I made, bro. How many Mexicans can relate to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really speaking on some Mexican shit. You know what I'm saying? Only because I talk different, or because I say this word. What the fuck does that mean? Most of these motherfuckers can't even talk to me in Spanish. So it's like, the fuck out my face. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't reply to most of them, to be honest.
I agree with you heavily on that. Like, for people who say that if you do use the N-word, that means you're trying to be black. That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's ridiculous when people say that. But the fact that you said and I want to go back to that. If you said in your video, I'm gonna say this. You said if you don't speak Spanish, you're not a real Mexican. You said that. Okay, I'm gonna.
No, I said that's like if me saying that's like because. You know what I'm saying? That's not me saying if you don't speak Spanish, you're not real. I was just saying, let's keep it a buck if you want to be technical with it. If you're saying that I'm trying to be black, then you ain't even Mexican because you can't speak Spanish. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying saying like, oh, you're not Mexican because you can't speak Spanish. I didn't say that. I was just being like giving an example of what compared to like, oh, you trying to be black because you saying this
Oh,
talking
okay.
like this.
My bad.
And so
Okay.
I'm like, oh well, then let's get technical. If you can't talk Spanish, you ain't Mexican. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was,
That's like,
that's what I was
I
trying to
see
say.
that. Yeah, you're making an analogy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, damn, goddamn, that takes goddamn. I was about to go in on that shit.
Nah, because that's another thing too. Like
That's because
a lot of motherfuckers, like
the
especially
different
when I
people
was out of
who
California, and like I love the West Coast. I fuck with the West Coast, but I just feel like the Mexicans out there is a little more like I feel like California, and this is not a diss, it's just how I feel. I feel like the West Coast feels like they are the kings of what a Mexican should be like. I just think that they are like, they think that they're the prime example of what a Mexican should be. And that's cat, bro. Because for the longest, since the 1990s, every Mexican that you put on the movies, they're dressed like cholos. They got the muscle, they got the mustache. Like, hey, what's up, Vato? Nigga, we never did that shit down here. I ain't never heard no fucking Mexican dude out here like that, bro. Never in my life. I did not. So whenever I would see that shit, I'm like, what the fuck? Or growing up, the only big Mexican artist that would lean like a cholo, Summer Nights by Lil Rob. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm out there jamming T.I., bumping Lil Jon, you know what I'm saying? Going crazy, Lil Scrappy, you know what I'm saying? Outkast doing their thing out in Atlanta.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I have to be like, man, I don't even know what the fuck that shit's like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't live that life, bro. I'm out here on Seminole, on Little Street, bumping some T.I., some Ludacris, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I feel like California has made it, has that's what it is, bro. I feel like California thinks that they are what a Mexican should be. And no, that's not, because I didn't grow up like you. We didn't grow up with that nice weather and that good weed and all that gangbanging shit, man. We grew up with humidity, barbecue, DJ Screw, you know what I'm saying? T.I., Lil Boosie, you know what I'm saying? Riding through the country. Doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how we grew up. So no, I'm not gonna be like you, bro. But I am Mexican, and I'm probably more Mexican than a lot of motherfuckers off from out there. So shit.
That's some big facts, bro. Like
you making my blood pressure go up. God damn it. Fuck, bro.
And that's who you are, bro. That's who you are. That's what a good interviewer does, bro. You know what I mean? We're bringing it out. You know what I mean? But like you said, you speak for the people, and I believe right now you're speaking for Texas culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in general, and that's a great point that you brought up. Like California, they feel like we need to be like them. Like that. That's a very great point, because we grew up in Texas. We can't ignore that. And even though black people, hip hop is black culture, we adopted that culture. You know, we grew up with them. You know, we live it just as much as they do, and
it embraced that culture, embraced us too, man. It wasn't just that we just kind of like went in it. They embraced us too. You feel me?
Exactly. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
People like Sauce Walker and shit. Like he was defending that Mexican OT. So I want to go back to that Mexican OT real quick before we get off this topic. So yeah, but that's 100% true. There's so much black people that came up and defended that Mexican OT, and actually not just that Mexican OT, but they defended Mexicans who use that word, because you know that's Texas culture, right? But when that Mexican OT told Angela Yee in a room filled with a black woman, and he said, "What are you gonna do about it?" What do you think about his reaction to how they asked that question?
I mean, I can't speak for him, you know. I don't think that he meant it in that way of how people took it. I think he was just I think at that point he was just irritated. He was tired of hearing about it. I think he was just at a point in his I think he was at a particular point in his career to where he would hear it, and he was like, man, what the fuck y'all gonna do about it then? But I just felt like it was at the wrong time, at the wrong place.
Exactly. I think that he's been pressured. I think he was at that point, he was tired of people bringing up that topic. And I think but I still believe he did react bad. I think it was a bad reaction, because I mean, I love that Mexican OT. I'm a big fan of that Mexican OT. I believe in what he's doing music wise, but yeah, I was a critic of that interview, bro, of how he handled that. I believe that he needs a little bit more media training.
I don't think so, man. I think it was just a bad time. Like I said, I think it was just a bad time, the wrong time at the wrong place. I felt at that moment he just kind of, Like I say, I think it was just. I feel like if it would have been anybody, I feel like if it would have been Charlemagne, if it would have been DJ Envy, if it would have been Big Boy from the Big Boy Neighborhood or whatever. I feel
Neighborhood,
like if it
yeah.
would have been anybody, and if it would have been at that particular time, at that particular time, I feel like he would have said it anyways. Now I'm not defending him. I think he could have done it a little differently, but I just think that it was just a thing of the wrong time and the wrong place, you know, because that was obvious. Like that obviously did make it look bad that it was nothing but women. You know what I mean? But I do definitely think, and like I said, like I know my boy would have said it. I know he would have said it if it would have been fucking 10 black people in the room and it would have been nothing but dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing but men. I know he would have said it too.
So that I was gonna ask you next about Sauce Walker. At first, Sauce Walker made a video. He was defending that Mexican OT, right?
Mhm.
And then he claims after he got the backlash, after people were like, "What the fuck? Why? How you gonna side with him?" Then he made another video, and then he said, "Oh, damn! I just seen the video for the first time." You know what I mean? Which I think is. Which I think is a lie, you know what I mean? But he said, "I just seen the video for the first time, and it was a room full of African American women." And he said that masculinity, you know damn well if the room was filled with a bunch of gangsters and shit, you would have never said that. You know what I mean? That's Walker kind of backtracked on what his original statement.
Right. Nah, I think he would have still said it. I think so. Now, let's suppose. Let's just because there's a lot of ways that you could talk about this. Now, if it would have been Charlemagne, DJ Envy, Angela Yee, what was it? Angela Yee, Shopper Wayne, whatever the fuck, all them three motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
And they would have asked him that. I feel like he would have said the same thing. Now, if it would have been 10 hood niggas in that bitch, and it would have been like, "Why you saying this word?" Now I feel like his attentions, his instincts are like kind of like and be like, "Man, what, bro? Yeah, I say it." But I don't think he'll be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's different, and it's human nature. And like I said, I'm not defending OT, but you got to realize, like, I don't think that his mind was really right there at that moment. You know what I'm saying? I think that it was just the wrong time, wrong place. And I feel like he would have been felt the same way. But if you in a room full of gangsters and killers and they saying that shit to you, you're not gonna say it that way. But I feel like at that moment he was just kind of like, But I feel like he still would have said what he would have said. I mean, he's a stand-up guy.
Exactly. Yeah, cool. And you know him more than most people. So I completely I agree with you. He probably would have stood on his feet. But if somebody was more comfortable with the words, because there was a room full of motherfuckers like that, it wouldn't make you a punk. It make you be smart because there's a room motherfuckers in this guy. What the fuck am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
I heard Nipsey in this interview. I think it was in the Breakfast Club. I don't know if I told you, but it was a whole him how he didn't like what Cardi was saying, and then he was like, I'm not. He was like, because you know how Nipsey was a Crip. He was like, Crips talk like this, certain slurs for Bloods, and I'm not even gonna say that because I'm not part of that world. Exactly. Like I'm not part of that world, so I'm not gonna say that, right? I'm part of this world, so I'm gonna say what I know. I'm not a part of all that gang culture and shit, so I'm not gonna say the words he was saying. But there were certain slurs that they were used for Bloods, and he said, "Yeah, we use that shit around each other." He was like, "But I'm not gonna get in a cell with 50 Bloods and use that same slur. That's stupid. Why would I do that?" He's like, "Now I'm gonna show my respect, but I'm gonna still say who I am. I'm still a Crip. I'm still rolling 60? What was he rolling 60? I'm still rolling 60 Crip. That's who I am. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm not gonna be out here saying all of these slurs like if I was in a room with Crips with my homeboys. Like, yeah, that's how we talk. That's who we are. Like that's. He's like, but I'm not gonna be stupid and go in a cell full of fucking 50 Bloods and say the same shit. And I feel like that's just what it is with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go somewhere where it's just like they tell me no, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say my respect. I'm gonna be like, cool. Keep that one to myself. That's it. Keep it moving. Now, if you want a problem after that, we're gonna have to settle it because I mean, shit. I already told you, cool. But
okay, I'm gonna get to the comments real quick. Shout out to Nick Jordan. He says, I agree with you about the N-word levy. There are those who grew up around people and were comfortable with it. In the end, it all depends on the environment. Some will tolerate it, others will take offense. Shout out to Ricky Banks. The old school Mexican in the West try to keep it old school and don't like it when the people start to change. That's facts. J Vaz says Sauce Walker Hispanic too though, ain't he? I don't know.
Yeah, isn't he
Is he?
Honduran or some shit like that? He's Honduran.
He's oh really? Damn, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Shout out to home. He said, but let's speak. Wait. Yeah, but let's speak facts though. That whole Pachuco movement they live and die about doesn't even belong to them. It belongs to West Texas City called what? Chuco Town.
It's El Paso. Shout out El
El
Paso.
Paso.
Is
Yeah.
it really?
I don't know that is that they call it the Chuco Town.
No, they
I
call
don't
it
know.
Chuco Town, but I'm saying, did that culture come from El Paso?
Oh, bro, I don't know. That was Ricky Banks who commented that. I want to fucking find out now, bro.
For real?
Is that did the Pachuco movement come in? But I thought the Pachuco movement came in Los Angeles when those riots happened with the sailormen.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I don't really know. It was like
I can't speak on it. I don't know nothing about no shit like that.
That's interesting. I mean, I'm gonna look into that. Ricky Banks, you need to give us some more
Intel
clarification
on
on that. If Texas started that shit, then yeah, we bossed over California.
But it's just like that's the same thing whenever like, and I'm not dissing nobody from California because I love California, but it's just like a lot of things are very contradicting over there, bro, because it's just like whenever the whole, because I know over there the racial tension used to be, now it's not. It used to be back in like the 90s, the 80s, like it used to be like neighborhood, race, whatever, boom, boom, right? But a lot of these Mexican gangs from over there listen to oldies, and oldies are black people, right? Like it's black artists. So it trips me out how it's like you're supposed to be like maybe not necessarily against that, but you're like you sticking to your own thing, but and you don't want to listen to rap because it's a black thing, but it's like oldies like that. Most of the music comes from the black culture, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, why don't you listen to some Mexican shit then?
Are you trying to say that California Mexicans are more racist than Texas Mexicans?
Now that was crazy to just say. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to get me to say some shit at this point. I'm not saying that. I just feel like the newer generation of California, I fuck with it. The older generation, a little bit older than me, maybe in my same generation, I just feel like right now they don't like how shit is and they're saying shit just to complain about it. That's it. I don't think that they mean anything bad from it. I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that they hate me or hate any of us that do it. I just think that they're just they just don't agree with it. So they're like, your shit's lame. You're stupid. You shouldn't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. But what I was saying about that certain thing is I know because I've heard stories of back like from people from California that like back then it, you know what I'm saying, Mexicans stick to their own neighborhood, like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But I know it's not like that anymore. At least not how it used to be. I know it used to be bad. From what you know, some OGs from Cali used to tell me.
That's why I'm real proud of Texas, bro. And Texas is not like that, bro. I mean, I guess it differs from city to city, but I know Houston, like they're like fucking united like a motherfucker, bro. And Dallas too, and here in where I'm from, bro, in West Texas, Mexicans and blacks we ride together, bro. That's just the way it's always been.
Nah, for sure. I feel like
remember, I love Texas for that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like it's just different, you know. But then again, you also have to realize how, and this is just what I think. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about something I don't know. Like, you put in Los Angeles, you put 3 different kind of fish in a tank. So, you know, every kind of fish has to protect their own, has to stand up for their own, has to represent for their own, has to do what they for their own type of fish. And I always talk about fish like if it's a race. I think I said it in the last interview too. I said something like that. But it's like you put somebody in that type of environment, bro. Everybody has to protect themselves. And then after the protecting, you know, it's not just protection. Like some people aren't just gonna be protecting. Some people are gonna be out here. Some people are gonna be taking. Some people are gonna, you know what I'm saying. So I just feel like it was just like a battlefield at the end of the day, and it wasn't their fault. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it was the environment that they was put in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. What
Yeah.
can you tell us about Fidel's food poisoning, bro?
You want me to tell you what the title means?
Yes.
Or what?
Well, I mean, if, for the people who haven't been paying attention, it's a theme that he got, guys. Okay, so he's had Fidel's breakfast, right, and then it's so on and so on. So now
It's breakfast. It's for those lunch. For
Fidel's
those
lunch
snack. For those leftover. And for those food poisoning.
poisoning. Yes.
Yes, sir. Um, I think it's my best project out yet. I feel like I finally was able to put some shit together to where I was comfortable with myself, and like I say the people around me, they was fucking with me. And I mean, the title came from, what I tell you the other day, I was like, I named it for those food poisoning because niggas gonna be sick to their stomach knowing that I'm still fucking rapping. That's why I fucking named it for those food poisoning.
That's fire. That's
So
fire.
yeah, I'm very proud of it, bro, because I feel like this is the only project that I mean, I like to make projects. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just go with these singles and shit. I drop a project and then I drop videos to it, just like I'm doing right now. And obviously, you see that it's been working for me. But I'm very proud of it, man. I feel like this was the project that was gonna tell me, okay, either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. That's why I named my first track on there "Risk It" one last time. This is just my last shot at it. And it's crazy because on the lunch I put "Risk It" as my first song as the intro, and the outro to it was "Apartment 6," which was a song to my dad. And this project, it was "Risk It" one last time, and then it was "Letter to My Pops." And when a lot of people tell me you need to make a part two for your pops, you make a part two for the letter to your pops. But it's crazy because I feel like this was a part two. The first song was called "Apartment 6," and I was just talking about how he was and how he would how he would. I guess that's the song where I was just talking about him and didn't understand, kind of judging him. And this song with the outro, the letter to my pops on this project, it was like a song me saying like, okay, I get it, Dad. Like I feel you, I understand. But the project, man, I'm very proud of it. I got I got one feature on it, which is Drody, and then the song I did with my boy right here. So it's not a feature. It's, we made the song together. You know what I'm saying? My boy Wyo, bless. Um, and of course we got Baker Young that made a lot of the beats. We have TV Robbie. We're going to Rob's house, and Cartel Kush we got in there, and running back he made the running back Kato. He did Letter to My Pops. So man, it was fun. It was dope. It was just something that I kind of was like, man, if I'm gonna do this, like I'm gonna do it right and do it correctly, and this is the one that's gonna tell me like, yo, am I still gonna want to do this or not? And obviously, man, we got a lot more coming because we got something before the year ends too. So hell
I
yeah.
hope I hope people take a lot from this interview and understand how much of a real artist you are, bro. Because like just if people who are watching this and who watched part one, they can tell that he really puts his life into his music, and that's some shit that I respect 1000%, bro. It's a real fucking artist to me, right there. You know,
Hell
good
yeah.
shit, man. I want you to know I'm a big fan of you, bro. All right, keep on
Appreciate
doing
you,
what
man.
you're doing, man. You really motivated motherfucking Mexican, bro. You really do.
Appreciate it, man. That's my goal. I mean, I'm here to uplift anybody and help the world in every way, in each and every way that I can, bro. Like if I can help anybody do anything in this life, that to me is a blessing. But to be able to uplift my people, my particular type of fish, my particular type of, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that makes me even prouder of who I am because I
Mhm.
remember growing up, a lot of us didn't have the opportunity to do a lot of things. So now to see these little Mexican kids rapping, having diamonds in their hands, going crazy on YouTube, making shows, going on tours, this and that, that shit makes me happy as fuck. When I see a peso or a Mexican OT or a Money Sign Suede or you know what I'm saying, a little weirdo or a fucking Chito Ranas, anybody like that, bro, it makes me happy to see because I remember
Yeah.
when I first started doing this shit, bro, ain't nobody paid attention to us. Ain't nobody gave a fuck
Yeah.
about us. And since then, I was talking about us. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I was doing this shit before it was cool. And I don't want any credit for it. I'm not sitting here talking shit or talking my shit or nothing. I'm just speaking fast. You know what I'm saying? It makes me really happy. So anything that I can do for my race,
See,
uh, you know, I love it. That's what I'm here for.
facts. And it's crazy that people don't see that you actually paved the road. a lot for Mexicans from Texas, bro. You did. I don't think it's talked about enough. I don't think you get credit enough for that, but you did, bro. You actually paved the way for a lot of artists from, especially from your area.
Hell yeah. Nah, for sure. I appreciate it, man. That's love, you know. I had
Hey,
somebody.
go ahead.
I said I had somebody the other day. Remember I told you that they got a feature from me, and they had just moved to this area, and they're like, man, you know who you need to get a feature from? Like, oh, like Castro Escobar, man, that fool like a legend out here, and that shit just made me like, damn, bro, like, you know, people. I guess people, some people do see it, you know what I'm saying, and appreciate it and that shit, man. I'm forever thankful for that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
That's
yeah.
dope. R&B Faux Mob. He barely he followed you on Instagram. What did you think about the R&B Faux Mob challenge?
I did it.
You did it? What the
Yeah, I didn't
fuck?
put it out though.
Oh,
I'll
I
send it
was
to you.
just
I'll
gonna
send you.
say, I know I would have seen that shit.
Nah, I think it
Whoa.
was dope. I think that shit. I think he's a very smart kid. You know what I'm saying? Well,
You cut off. Are you there? Damn it, you cut off. Wait till him to get back on real quick. This interview is going great, guys. I need everybody to comment and keep liking and keep sharing all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in. This is a great interview. Let me wait till he gets back on. We're about to wrap it up really soon. Got a couple questions more. Oh, damn, shit's off. Let me wait for a second. Damn, I hope his phone didn't die. Damn, his phone died. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Oh, is it coming back or what? I got a couple more questions. Hey, Wayo, you want me to send you the link? Go on your phone? Let me see. Invite guest. Let me go to Homeboys. Maybe he can do it on his phone. He must got an iPhone. iPhones do that. I'm Team Android. Oh, wait, there he is. There he is.
no.
Your phone done heated up.
Man,
You must got an iPhone, bro.
bro, it's either somebody's collar, man. This gonna be funny, bro. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny.
I just got a few more questions, guys. The viewers are coming back in. Cool. I need y'all to hit the like button, guys. People on YouTube, they definitely hit the like button. But I need people who are watching on Facebook to hit the like button. The algorithm's doing good on YouTube. I appreciate y'all. See, my YouTube gang's been going up, bro. I appreciate y'all, man, for real. People have been liking and
Shout out
sharing.
to everybody that's been tuning in.
Hell yeah! Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Facts. Let me see real quick.
But yeah, Mob smart young man, bro. Very smart.
Yes. So yeah. So that challenge. A lot of people said it was like played out, like too much people did it. But there was a couple people who said that. But I was like, so what? Like, who cares?
That's what it's supposed to do. That's what the goal is.
That was the whole point of the goddamn challenge. You know what I mean?
Man, me want to do a fucking challenge. I'm gonna fucking do a challenge for Legendary Pops. The best the best version. I'm gonna put the instrumental out there and be like the best. Now that I'm thinking about it, shit, I might fucking do it.
Do it, the motherfucking challenge way.
I mean, shit, people are already fucking with it. I might do it. I might just do it.
So a lot of people after that, And it's smart that you wait a while because after that, a lot of people try to do the challenge, but it didn't work out that great for them. So I was telling rappers, wait like a year and then do another challenge and shit. You know what I mean? But like you have to make it like creative, bro. Like tell them like you gotta fucking take a shot. You know what I mean? And then do it for like something creative. You know what I mean? Make it different, make it fun and shit. Like so you gotta take a shot and then like run around with the baseball bat to your head and like in a circle and shit. But real quick, before I get just a couple more questions for you. I don't want to keep you up too much. Ricky Banks, he said the nickname Chuco comes from the word Pachuco, which referred to the Chicano youth subculture of the 1930s, the 50s. Pachucos were known for their zoot suits, slang, and rebellious style that spread across El Paso, Juarez, and other border cities. So for those who don't know, Kid Frost grew up in El Paso. Did not know that, bro.
That's crazy.
Took that style to LA. That's wild as fuck if this is true. I mean,
that's crazy.
Bro, that's fucking. He said as well. So Texas got a lot of flavor from lowriders to slabs.
I think that's why West Texas has more of that style, no?
See, that's what's crazy, right? Because I mean, Texas has the lowriders, but like they, in Texas we call them, the swangers and shit, right? We got.
But that's like South Texas. That's like where we're at.
Yeah,
I feel like that's more like.
See, West Texas, we've adopted what y'all have in East Texas. You know what I mean? Pretty much, but I don't know. It's crazy. I should do a story on it. I should do a panel.
Some research on it and really just like make a video.
That'd be a good video. That'd be a good video. I need to have you on. Ricky Banks. I think he's the one that run on YouTube. His name is Infamous Mexican, but I think he's the one that run El Paso Fools. So I want to get into that. Shout out to Jay Reckless, man. He got the dope podcast. You're gonna go check it out, guys. He says when we get in me anytime, bro. You can hop on the show whenever, bro. I got some interviews lined up, bro. You're gonna trip out on this next interviews I got lined up. So pretty soon. Shout out to everybody tuning in and thank y'all. We got some more comments, but I don't want to take too much time. So real quick, did you hear about Charlie Kirk being murdered?
I just seen that.
Right, so he was a conservative, right, and he was like a radical, bro, like far right. And like me, fool, I'm kind of in the middle, bro. You know what I mean? I don't go right, I don't go left, bro. Like I just said, I agree with the Republicans, so that I don't. Same thing with the Democrats. But a lot of Democrats, a lot of people are celebrating his death. What do you think about that?
I think that that's inhumane. How the fuck? I mean. This man was no killer. This man wasn't no rapist. This man wasn't. All he did was voice his opinion. Like I'm gonna get mad at you because you think that, or because you don't use the N word even though you've grown up. Like I'm not gonna, or like Wayo is gonna kill me because I like seafood and he don't. Like what the fuck? Like it's dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever he passed, and or earlier when it came across my timeline that he passed. I thought that it was like either he was sick or, he maybe had gotten in an accident or something like that. And then when I seen the video that this man got shot, I was like, bro, who in the fuck has that much hate? Like, that shit is insane, bro. So it's like, and yes, he did voice his opinion more than most people, but that's why we live like in this country. That's what we have. We have freedom of speech. That's what other countries don't have that. So it's like you can't even, man, it's insane to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit's inhumane. It's wrong.
Exactly. We do have the freedom of speech and nobody should die for it. He did have a lot of opinions that I don't agree with. He said a lot of crazy shit, bro, but it does not mean that I wanted this man to die. Look, we're all on this earth, bro, and we're all trying to figure it out. People grow up with different beliefs, bro. Okay, and we're all here. He was only 31, bro. Still young as fuck. We're all living this life trying to figure it out, bro. You know what I mean? I would never celebrate a man's death. You know what I mean? Just because they believed in different stuff to me. Even though what he said was wild as fuck, and I don't agree with it. Still don't wish the man's death because he believes one thing now, but a couple years later he might have some growth. It might change. You know what I mean? You never know. You can't judge it. You can't judge anybody.
I mean, shit. I don't agree with who the fuck I was 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with the shit that I used to believe back then. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with the shit even 2 years ago. I don't agree with a lot of shit that I used to you know what I'm saying, believe in back then. So it's just like, it's man, that's insane, man. Rest in peace to that man. And man, he had what, 2 kids and a wife? Like,
Yeah,
bro, that's
yeah.
crazy.
So so what do you think about OC Chris? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, OC Chris.
Man, I don't really jam to him.
No.
I had a couple of partners tell me over the weekend, like, oh, OC Chris. But I'm not gonna say I can't give an opinion on him because I've heard his songs. I think he's a very energetic kid because he's like that he had motherfuckers like what? He's like 18, 19. He's really
like 18, 17, 18.
17, right? Yeah. I mean, from his videos and all that, I think he's got great energy. I think he's a happy soul. I think he's like he looks like he's having fun, you know. But I really haven't jammed his shit. I know that he opened up for NBA YoungBoy when he was in Dallas in his first show or some shit like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's dope. But I can't really give my opinion on his music because I mean, from what I heard, it's cool. It's dope. And from what I've seen from him, how I've seen him like on videos and shit, like just seems like a happy soul. You know what I'm saying? Like a dope, like an energetic kid. You know. So shout out him, man. He's definitely doing his thing. Shit.
So he made this video. He was being interviewed on a radio show. And I still trip out. Did you do that with your fucking teeth? Way? God,
everybody always tell me
you must have some strong ass fucking teeth. Way.
It's just these two right here. Shit.
Yeah, my little nephew does it. I don't know how the fuck y'all do it, but so he was being interviewed on this radio show, and he said, bro, that he went to the BET Awards, right? And he had a Mexican flag around his shoulders. And when he went to the door, the security said, you can't come in with that.
Who said this? OC Chris?
OC Chris.
Oh shit.
The youngin, the little coming up out of Fort Worth. OC Chris. He had the Mexican flag around his shoulders. The security said, you can't come in with that. And so he says, okay. So he backs up and he folds it up and he puts it in his pocket or like in his waist. And he said, no, you can't do that. I guess another security saw him and said, no, you can't do that. You can't come here with that. And I guess parking is crazy. Right? It's the BET Awards, right? So you probably parked a couple blocks down. You know what I mean? It's going to take forever to get back to it. So what he did, he threw it away in the trash can. And
shit in my pants or something.
I blogged about this and it got like 375,000 views. It went crazy. It went viral. The video that I posted.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority were angry at him because he threw the Mexican flag. He threw it in the trash can to get inside the BET Awards. What do you think about that?
I mean, I can't really speak for nobody, you know. I mean, you gotta realize this kid is young. I don't know if he grew up how I grew up. I don't know if he knows the importance of it. So I can't, somebody that is ignorant to, and when I say ignorant, I mean lacking of knowledge of something else. That's what I mean. I don't mean ignorant in a bad way because that's what the definition is. You lack knowledge of something.
Yes.
So maybe he lacks knowledge on what that really means. You know what I'm saying? Because, for example, me, I won't let that flag touch the floor. I remember whenever we did the 30 Hours video, and you can see in the 30 Hours video where I had the flag and I said wiping off the lens, and they told me use the flag to wipe off. I didn't do that. It was like another piece. Whenever I was on tour and they would ask me, "Can you sign my flag?" I wouldn't sign the flag. I see a lot of people do it. I even see Canelo do it. I don't sign that flag. I don't do with my flag with where I was born. I don't let it touch the floor. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing, none of that. But that's just me. I can't speak for OC Chris because I don't know how he was raised. I don't even know if this kid knows Spanish. I don't even know if his household was like he knows about the culture. So I can't really say anything about that. You know what I'm saying? I can't really judge him for that. Now, if he was raised like me and he did it, then yeah, nigga, you on some bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. But I doubt he was raised how I was and born, came over here, grew up with these struggles. Like, I doubt it was like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to bash this man because I don't know what he knows. Yeah. I don't know if he lacks, you know what I'm saying? If he doesn't know, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he shouldn't, but I mean, you can't sit here and be mad at somebody that doesn't know something. You know what I'm saying?
He is young, and hopefully that was a mistake that I mean, hopefully he knows he made a mistake. I mean, if he was wearing the flag, that means he's proud of where he comes from, and
Right.
he is Mexican American, right?
Right.
And so is it cool? Like, do you think it's cool for a Mexican American to wave the flag if they're not really born in Mexico? I've heard you say some things about this, like if you're not born in Mexico. Like, can we not? Like, see me, I was born here, right? But I'm first generation. My mother and father were both born in Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, right?
Right.
I'm first generation, first one to born here
Right.
on this soil. What do you think about that? What do you feel about Mexican Americans waving the flag?
I don't feel any type of way about it. I feel like that's where your roots come from. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whenever somebody, there's a black kid from New York that waves a Jamaica flag or a Trinidad and Tobago or whatever the fuck flag, like that's where your roots are from. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel any type of way about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think who said anything like that? Who mentioned, or has there been like comments saying you can't wave that flag because you weren't born there type shit or what?
No, you've never said that for like you. I've heard you say things about what makes what's if you're not born in Mexico, you're not a real Mexican.
I said that.
You said things like that.
Look. Whenever I say that, look. Let me tell you this. Whenever I say that,
you never said that directly, but
yeah, like I don't say it as far as like I say kind of like earlier. Whenever I told you like. Whenever like, nah, you're not real Mexican because look at how you talk, look at how you dress, look at who you are. And I'm like, oh, well, you're not real Mexican if you ain't from Mexico, and if you don't this, and if you don't like mole, or if you don't like that. That's pretty much how I make it seem because a lot of people, or I try to like be sarcastic with the type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whenever or not sarcastic, but I just try to pretty much compare the comments that people say to me, and I try to throw them back in a technical way. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's just like whenever they say that somebody that doesn't know Spanish isn't real Mexican, like you can't blame that person because he didn't grow up with people or like you can't do that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you can't blame me for how I talk because I grew up with people like this, you know what I'm saying? Right. It's just like imagine if everybody from Texas started saying, oh, look at those cholos from over there, and like they're gonna be like, what the fuck, bitch? Like I grew up like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like I don't feel no type of way about it. A lot of the times when I say this, maybe people how do you say it?
Misconstrue.
Yeah, misconstrue like what I mean by. But a lot of times I'm very being kind of like, oh, well, if you want to be technical, but I'm gonna say this, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really trying to sit here. Like I believe that anybody that appreciates their roots, respects their roots, knows where they're from and shit, and embraces it, bro. I love it, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like me, like. It just trips me out how me, bro, like, and I mean, I say this all the time, but like, I feel like I'm probably more, and I mean, it sounds very ignorant to say, but I just feel like I know more about the culture and I've lived more of the culture than most of the people that tell me that I am trying to be something else. That's really just what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done sat here and struggled with most of this shit, you know what I'm saying? I had to fix my papers and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really... I was born out there, you know what I'm saying? And I really went through some struggles so that whenever people tell me certain shit, I clap back and say, you know what I'm saying, like technicalities of the shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's all that is, bro.
See, I fucking respect that 100%, brother, because I saw my dad suffer because of that, because he was, my dad's a resident living here for over 35 years away. And he got held back at the border a couple times, bro. And he was a resident where he lived here for years because he had a small marijuana charge. Way back in the day, bro. And I see my dad suffer, bro. I seen him, the stress in his face and shit, the shit that he went through to live here and live the American dream and shit. So I respect that 100%, brother. What you went through, you know what I mean? You have a great story. So I wanted to ask you just real quick. You see OC Chris and P Killer. Have you heard of P Killer? P Killer?
I think so.
P Killer, she had this whole thing with Miss Gold. They were fucking fighting each other.
Oh, yeah, right.
She went viral, bro.
Yeah.
But like, so there's this page called Texas Buzz.
Uh-huh.
there's fuck, I forgot what the other one's called. Anyways, do you feel like these youngins, they're more like products of the blog sites? Because when you go see the OC Chris's and the P Killers and the Miss Golds, when you go look at their numbers, it's not a lot of numbers, bro. Their YouTube views, their Spotify views, it's very, very low. It doesn't equate to the likes and shares they're getting on Instagram from these blogs. Do you think these new artists are coming up because they're products of the blogs?
Man, I don't want to say anything because I feel like if I say what I want to say, it's gonna give out my formula that we've been using. But I feel like how do I say it?
Give us the tea, Wade. Give me your formula, Wade. Come on.
I can't do.
No. Ah, shit. People keep on calling this phone. Just when the viewers go up, man. This guy's phone, man. He must have an iPhone, bro. That's why I'm a motherfucking. I got a Samsung 25, bro. No, I'm playing. I'm fucking with y'all. Shout out to all my iPhone users and shit. Let's give him a second to come back. I got a couple questions. We're about to end. It's about to be 10. We've been on since 8. It's almost, it's an hour and 26 minutes we've been on. Let me get back on before we can finish this interview. We got to finish it up. Great interview, man. Shout out to Castro, man, for taking my questions, bro. I know some of these ain't that easy. There he is.
Man, all of a sudden, just everybody wants something out of nowhere. God damn, that's crazy. My do not disturb isn't working. I don't know what's going on, man. Fuck. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, look, what did J. Cole say? Oh, fuck, I can't say it, bro, because I feel like everything that I said, you're good, man. You're good at asking questions, because I feel like people will really like, oh, he said this, he said that, but it's just.
I mean, no, I never have ill intention, bro. I
know you don't, but it's just like that's who you
conversation.
Like, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. You make good conversation to where I got to think about how I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like you're good. Like you're good. Like you're probably one of the best people that has ever interviewed me or I did a podcast with.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. That means a lot.
I feel like attention and captivating is different. I feel like anybody can get attention, but I feel like not everybody, you know what I'm saying? I can stand outside the store and give you free samples of a snack that's inside, or of a meal inside. Now, if it's good, you're probably going to go in there. If the price is right, you're probably going to go in there. But if that shit is nasty and you're giving it for a high price in there, I'm going to keep walking. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying nothing else. That's all I'm saying. And as far as the fly area and all that shit, like,
that's a beautiful clip.
And as far as like it mentioned this shit too. As far as like the blog era too and all this shit, or the blog and all that shit, bro, my kids want to be YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to sit here and do that shit too. So it's like I feel like that's just something that's in now. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that you're good. That doesn't mean that you have talent. That doesn't mean that you are. I mean, yeah, you could consider yourself an artist or whatever, and you might have thousands of people looking at your shit that you know what I'm saying? That little sample outside. But if they don't go into that restaurant, you just gave out a free sample for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Damn. I like the way you put that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way you said that, man.
Man, it's shit.
I respect that 1,000%, bro. You gave me a nice clip.
I mean, I'm giving out free samples on Instagram and on and where are they going? Where are they going to go see it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But where you know what I'm saying? You go look at the numbers and shit. That's not me being cocky. That's just me being for real. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not out here fucking fighting people and shit. Like, which if that's what you do, you know, teach his own. Like, you know, that's what you want to do. You know.
See, there's a formula to everything, bro. But when your formula doesn't have substance, when it doesn't have a foundation, bro, it's gonna wither away.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Facts.
Absolutely.
You said on July 31st, you made a post on Facebook. You said this rap shit gonna pay for everything.
My family got expensive habits.
His family got expensive habits. You got a good memory, way.
Great memory.
What's the plan for that?
I'm gonna let y'all see it for yourselves. If I tell you what the plan is, you might beat me to it, and I can't do that, Jack.
Facts.
me and my boy Wyatt right here, we got it all ready to go,
Let's
man.
go.
We already
Let's
got it
fucking
all
go.
planned out.
Let's
Blueprint is
fucking
set
go.
up, you know what I'm saying? So we good, man. I can't tell you the plan. If I tell you the plan, you might do it yourself, bro. Man, hell nah. But just know it's coming.
Just not to expose your formula, but what's advice you can give to somebody else to give them a game plan? Like what's the most important? Like, that's obvious. You know what I mean? Is it merch? Is it online marketing? Like what is it? Without giving away your plan.
The thing that I can say is know who you are, know how to aim towards your audience or what audience is gonna hear you, and stay consistent. Because I can sit here and I can make the best shit in the world. I can make, like, for example, Letter to My Pops. I can make this shit and I can send it to 10,000 white people from Wyoming. They ain't gonna give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I sit here and I aim it towards my people that can relate to it, they gonna love that shit, and that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So stay consistent, aim at your audience, and just keep going, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing I can tell you without giving you the formula. You know what I'm saying?
Targeted marketing.
Yes, sir.
That's the key. And whatever pops, you milk it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't milk it to where you saturate it, but milk it towards
milk it enough to where you
what you're doing. Benefit off of it, right? Just enough, but not to make people sick of it. So, Letter to My Pops t-shirts coming.
I actually got some t-shirts, but they're for those food poisoning t-shirts. You better cop one, man.
You're already in the fucking notes. Right now.
Yeah, I just posted it one time, but I think I'm gonna keep posting it because I want to wait a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I was doing pre-orders, but once I have them in hand, like I'm just gonna boom, 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 and I'm gonna have one on, of course, whatever. You know. So
facts. So I got 2 more questions.
So
what do you want people to remember you for?
I don't care. I don't care if they remember me or not. I feel like that. Yeah, I don't care. Whatever you want to remember me for. If you want to remember me for this, you can remember me for that. If you want to remember me for my music, you can
one of the commenters just said, "And drink Corona."
Whatever. Like I don't want to seem like like I don't want to seem like, because I'm probably coming off ignorant a little bit, but it's because I know a lot of people would be like, I want to be remembered for this or I want to be remembered for that. Honestly, I feel like whatever the people decide for themselves is, I'm okay with it. If you want to remember me as that guy that was being rude to you at the drive-thru window because you took too long, that's fine. If you want to remember me as the guy that made you, call your dad and y'all fix y'all's relationship, that's fine. If you want to remember me as the guy that gave you $5 when you ain't had shit, that's fine. If you want to remember me as the guy that, helped you when you ain't had no home and motivated you into becoming this person, that's fine. Whatever you want to remember me by, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with whatever anybody wants to, remember me by. I am who I am. I represent who I am, but I can't say I want people to remember me for a certain thing because I'm the bad guy in some people's stories, and some people I'm the good guy, and some people I'm, an extra in the background, So whatever people want to remember me by, I'm okay with it. I accept it.
That's a very wise statement to make, bro. Like, I statement is that was the you said that's in one perspective you're this big person, in other person's perspective you're a background person. Like that's a very humble statement because like it's something that I've been thinking about lately, like very deeply. My kids getting older. My son just turned my son's turning 17. He's gonna graduate next year, and like I'm getting older, so I'm thinking, what the fuck am I gonna leave behind? What's my legacy? But like it's something that I'm anxious about. Like I have anxiety about. and your answer kind of like helped me realize
Give you a little piece.
who gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah,
live
I
your
feel like
fucking
I
life
feel
and
like
do what you do. Do what you do right now with the people who surround you right now. Who cares? You know.
now.
I think too deeply about the future.
Yeah, man, I feel like the only thing that you should really care about, because this is what, because me and my girl, we have certain conversations. Like I've since I've met her, since we've been together for all these years, for these past, she tells me something and she's like, oh, somebody said this about me, and my woman is very impulsive, right? Like she's got a short fuse, you know what I'm saying? And I told her this one time, and she kind of started like calming down a little bit. She said, "Oh, but they said this about me." I said, "That's none of your business." She's like, "What the fuck you mean? They talk about my name, blah blah blah." I said, "Whatever anybody has to say about you, that is none of your business. That has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with your character. With this. Oh, but they can say this about, but it can ruin it. It can't ruin nothing if that's not who you are. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't matter. So I feel like and things like those are like how people remember you or how people see you, this and that. It doesn't matter because I know that there's thousands of people that look at me as a piece of shit. I know there's thousands of people that look at me as somebody that has helped them with their lives. I know that there's thousands of people that are probably prevented from, them doing something stupid or that it wakes them up in the morning and it makes them, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case may be, I'm that person. So I don't care how you look at me because however you look at me, it's gonna affect you. However you see me is gonna affect you. If you look at me as a bad person and you hate me and you have this towards me, that's just only doing bad to you because I don't give a fuck. Now, if you're looking at me as somebody that's motivating this and that, that's gonna do good for you. You know what I'm saying? So, however people want to look at me, man, however people want to remember me, it doesn't matter to me. But I mean, hopefully, the only thing I can say to that is hopefully that however they remember me, it helps them. That's it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Very well said, bro. Real quick, hey, would you ever do a celebrity boxing match?
Hell yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, then we run that shit. Fuck yeah.
you got
Hell
you got
yeah.
the ones way.
Man,
You can throw 'em?
headgear or no headgear, it does not matter. Yeah, fuck yeah, I do it. Hell yeah, I do it. I was
Damn,
gonna
boy.
go. I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna go. They invited me to because Houston has like this little boxing thing where they just do shit and they're like YouTubers and shit. I was gonna go to that, but I wasn't able to go. This was like the beginning of this year. I wasn't able to go. But hell yeah, I do that shit. Fuck yeah.
Who
Give me
would
3
you
months to
box? Like,
train.
who would you box?
Yo. Yo. Who would I box? Like on some real shit, some real shit. Who would I want to box?
Yeah. Spill it.
Probably the homie from Cali, Parkside Plug, because that fool really box. That fool,
really?
shout out him. He's Sway's family. Like I think that's his cousin. But and the reason I'm saying that I would want to box him is because he knows how to box. And shout out him though. Shout out Parkside Plug. Shout out the homie out there from the West Coast. He's doing his thing for real. But that's probably like I ain't got no beef with nobody. I ain't gonna see.
Yeah. No, for fun. It's for fun. Not. You know what I mean? To raise money.
Nah, for sure. I would definitely. That's probably the only one on the top of my head. Or like maybe a Doe Man, because Doe Man from Houston, he fights. But man, I think that's it. I mean, I definitely get out there with whoever wants to box though.
Whoever open challenge.
Yeah, as long as you ain't too heavy. I mean, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some like 6'5" motherfucker and shit.
Yeah, like 300 pounds.
300 pounds. Stay in your weight class, motherfuckers. Hey man, well, this has been a great interview, bro. Like, is there anything? Hold on, wait. Let me go. Yeah, that's all my questions. This has been a great interview, brother. This is a minute 40, bro. I mean, hour 40 minutes, bro. It's crazy. I think
they kept calling me.
Huh?
It's because they kept calling me and my phone got overheated.
Because I'm pausing a little bit and stuff like that. But as y'all can see, like this interview was like very natural. It was flowing, bro. Like there was no like pause. Like it keeps on going. So I believe we can have this interview like once every other couple months, bro. You know what I mean? So like go in the comment section and let it be known that you want Castro, back on the show over and over, because it's about, I got some, I really want to announce the guest that I got coming, bro, but it's going to like elevate me, bro, into a different level. You know what I mean? Y'all saw what I did at the beginning of the year. I mean, we had Omar Gooding, bro. Shit was crazy. We had the Juan Gotti incident, the Rashid that went viral and shit. So we're about to do it all again. We're about to go crazy with it. So if y'all want Castro back on this show and keep it going, y'all let me know in the comment section. So subscribe, follow. It's Castro Escobar on Instagram. Just put Castro Escobar on Facebook. I believe it's Alan Castro on Facebook. Do you not have a business Facebook page?
Yeah, it's Babyface Castro. Just Google Castro Escobar. You'll find all my shit.
Google Castro Escobar, bro.
You'll find all of my shit, my Twitter, my Snap, my Facebook, everything. You know what I'm saying? You'll find it all on there.
And go check out Letter to My Pops. This guy's pen game is elevating, bro. I remember when I first heard him, this guy had fucking blonde highlights and curly hair and shit.
Yeah. And
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? And then I heard that, Jesus Christ. He said that, the shit went viral. Y'all saw him in the light blue shirt buttoned up, you know what I mean? And the guy killed it. And I always said that this man has a great delivery, a great cadence, a great pen. But I just knew that the pen would elevate, and the pen is elevating every time you drop something, bro. Because you know something that Castro Escobar does that a lot of artists don't do, and I don't even like to call them artists because I don't think they're real artists. There's rappers, there's rappers or singers, but then that's a whole category. Artists is something different. People who put their life into their fucking work, bro. And that's what Castro Escobar does, bro. And something that I appreciate, and I think everybody should appreciate it. We should celebrate real artists. And that's what this guy is. Pen game elevating. That's what I check for, bro. I do bars, I do punchlines, I do metal, all that shit. I check for it. You know what I mean? And not just metaphors and punchlines. It's just well written verses, bro. Well written music.
The
realness of it, and to put that into words, it's a lot harder than people think, bro.
Yeah,
it really is. And I believe you do that very well, my brother, for real.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that shit.
And I'm congratulating you on your success, bro. I mean, you're going viral again. People, keep it going. Keep it, just like you said, you got a game plan, consistency. And I believe we're going to see that from Castro Escobar.
Absolutely. Next time you see me, it's going to be bigger and bigger, man. So,
hey, one of these days soon, bro, we got to have a face-to-face sit-down way.
We got to do it. I'm going to be traveling soon, so.
I'll bring a case of Coronas, bro.
Bring 2.
Yeah, stop. I'll bring a whole cooler for it.
Nah, hell yeah, that's a bad. Hey, remember you said that though. It's gonna be recorded. You remember you said that, why?
Bro, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word, just like you are, bro. You bring the limones and the salad, and
I'll bring everything else. I'll make sure to be thirsty before I get there.
I'll bring the cases. Yeah, stop. You already know, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, fam. And is there anybody any shouts out you want to make?
Man, shout out my boy EC. Shout out my boy Eric. Eric's finally free out in Atlanta. Shout out to C4, Mac. Shout out my wifey. Shout out my boy Wyatt right here. Go for Broke Entertainment. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody that's been fucking with me, man. Everybody that's been supporting me, that's been streaming my shit, that's been sharing my shit, been liking my shit, been commenting my shit. Anybody that's been listening to it, And shout out to anybody who's talking shit too, man. God bless y'all motherfuckers too, shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and shout out to you, man, for this interview, man. I appreciate you having me. It's always a good time whenever I do this.
Man, for sure, bro. I feel like we could literally go on forever, bro. If I didn't have kids that gotta go to school tomorrow morning, we could literally go all night.
Oh yeah, bro. I feel like that's why we gotta do a face-to-face one, because I feel like that's gonna be one of ththose where we're sitting down and we're literally just.
A full-on podcast would be crazy.
I feel like you're gonna have to really chop that motherfucker up. I feel like that one will probably be like 3-4 hours. Like for real.
Yeah, no, facts. And if we're podcasting, it's gonna be like that, bro. It's gonna be we're gonna run through cases, bro. It's gonna be empty bottles everywhere and shit. It's gonna be good time. You're
gonna get some very carefully answered questions in the beginning, and towards the end, you're gonna get some very blunt answers, man. You're gonna be like, man, I don't give a fuck, bro. You're gonna have Wire be like, nah, bro, that's it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Sounds good to go for sure, man. Hey, facts, Castro, I'm proud of you, brother. Keep going, man, and thank you for coming on my platform again, and much love and respect to you, my brother.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you. It's always a good time, like I said, man.
Yes, sir, man. And we out, man. Ladies and gentlemen, another interview in the books. This will be up, edited, just take out the little moments where his phone fucking copped out on us and shit. So this will be up on YouTube. You can watch the live version if you want, but it'll be nice and edited on YouTube real soon, and clips will be flying everywhere. So we'll see y'all soon, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Another motherfucking session of Mundo Vision Media, bro. I think when I interviewed, was that still Smokes World?
Yes.
Do you remember? Oh yeah, so I changed my name. I don't know if you noticed.
No, you did. No, I noticed. I noticed right away. Yeah.
Yeah. Mundo Vision Media is where it's at.
As soon as you announced it, I seen it. But yeah, it was Smokes World whenever we did it last time.
Okay, cool. So yeah, always so you've been on both platforms. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, man. Shouts out to you, brother. Why yo, man? And much love, guys. We'll see y'all. Latest, guys.
Hey.